Hello survivors, and welcome to the 32nd episode of um, my Dead by Daylight videos, I guess, on YouTube. This is technically the second part of the All Survivors by Daylight thing I'm doing. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how much more Dead by Daylight videos I'm going to make because of the whole NFT controversy. Let's just say I learned more about NFTs, and if you do some research yourself, you'll find that NFTs are pretty bad, not just for the environment, but like the people behind them, I guess, or the cryptocurrency. I don't know. Let's not talk about NFTs though. Let's talk about Claudette. But more importantly, I'm going to talk about like Deltarune in general. I want to share my predictions on the later chapters. Not like chapter 3, but like any chapters later than that, basically. So, my thoughts on Claudette. She's a pretty good survivor. She's pretty. Would I smash though? Probably not. There's something about her that's just like more innocent than anything. So I don't really want to duck her. And she's not really, like, I find her to be cute, but I don't really find her to be sexy, you know? And as for Meg, I don't think I said it. I guess I'd smash, really, but like she's kind of, I don't know. This doesn't, something about her doesn't roll right with me. But okay, enough of that. Let's talk about Deltarune finally. So, there will be spoilers, of course. You should have seen that no warning. So, what is there to say first? Alright, so in chapter 1, when you make that character model, the one that's completely gray, and like it's called Goner in the files, I predict that that will show up again sometime. Probably like in chapter 7 or 6 maybe. And it might either be like a secret boss, or it'll be something that you actually play as. If you ever somehow switch bodies from Chris. And yeah, that's not my only prediction though. So that red door that's hidden in the town, well, it's not hidden, but if you go, you know, south and you see that red door with the rusted chains and stuff, I predict that chapter 7, which will be the final chapter, will take place down there. I think the door will open in chapter 6. Like that'll be the end of chapter 6. They'll show the red door opening, and then like Chris going down there or whatever. And Chris starts a new dark world in there by using his knife and plunging it into the ground. Yeah, and I guess the final boss, I don't really know who the final boss would be for chapter 7, but I think the final secret boss for chapter 7 will have to be Gaster. Like, it has to be Gaster, because, well, I mean, it's just, it has to be, you know? Yeah, or maybe he's the final boss in general. Like, he's not a secret boss, he becomes the main part of the storyline. And like he's finally revealed in chapter 7. And maybe in chapter 7, like in whatever's behind that red door, when the dark world is made down there, like Gaster attacks you like throughout the chapter, and you have to avoid dangerous attacks and stuff. And maybe like the atmosphere of it will be similar to the True Labs in Undertale's pacifist route. I think that would be neat. Wow, I'm only like barely 1/4 through this video in terms of commentary. I guess I could give predictions for Chapter 3. Somebody already said this, but someone said that Undyne is going to be in Chapter 3 in the Dark World because Toriel called the police and Chris, before everyone went to sleep, or after everyone went to sleep, opened the door. So Undyne is just gonna, you know, walk in and fall into the darkness. And also, I would like to add that, oh gosh, I just forgot. Because I was like, another thing came to mind. Those shadow crystals you collect for Sham after you like, get one from each secret boss. Like you get one from Jevil and you get one from Spamton. So, in total you'll collect like maybe up to six shadow crystals. Or whatever they're called, shadow shards, shadow crystals. I'm pretty sure they're shadow crystals. Up until chapter 6, like Sham collects enough to make some kind of special item that you can use. Oh, maybe that can be used to unlock Gaster, like as a secret boss fight. That's a cool idea. Speaking of a previous thought that I just forgot. What if that whatever Gaster was doing, right? What if he's like describing, you know, he's in his entry, you hear the famous quote, "Darker yet darker." What if he's like talking about the dark world that Chris is creating, you know, or just the dark worlds in general? And that's what he was trying to find, I guess. And he shattered across time and space, right? Because he fell into his own creation. So basically a part of him would already be in the dark world, right? If he shattered across time and space, he would be like through multiple universes, maybe? Definitely like in multiple places at once, is what it seems like. Oh, Claudette just did a good dodge there. Anyways, back on track. Yeah, and another thing, what if the entire underground in Undertale, this was a crazy thought I had, and I wanted to share it. What if the entirety of Undertale, like in the underground, what if that's just a dark world? You know, like, and that's why Frisk jumped down there. I don't know, I think it's a neat idea. And maybe Kara is the one who made it. Or maybe Frisk did it, but we didn't see it. And I guess that would explain why Frisk would go down there in the underground. Because, as it's implied, you're basically playing a game, you know, with all like the chess pieces and whatever. And yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't really care for Undertale. Like, I still kind of respected it as a game, but it's one of those games I don't really want to download and play. Deltarune, however, made me want to play it. And to be honest, actually probably like the only reason I downloaded Deltarune was for the secret boss, Jevil, and now Spamton. And yeah, and besides that though, there seems to be like a lot of hidden details around the game, just like Undertale had. And even though in Deltarune your choices don't really matter, there still is like small attentions to detail or consequences to your actions. Like, once again, this is a spoiler. I just recently found this out. You actually get different dialogue from Spamton after you do an aborted snow grave run. Like after aborting it, but you still fight him. He says like different dialogue. So yeah, I also heard about Toby Fox's wrist injury, and he has a team working for him to create the game. So yeah, I feel bad for people with like injuries to their hands or wrists and stuff like that, or arms. Because if you think about it, like, we do stuff every day with our hands and wrists and stuff like that. Like, our arms are, like, probably, like, one of the most important things. Like, one of the most important body parts we have. And, I was about to say, you'll see an epic save here in a minute in the footage, but you don't actually see an epic save. It's actually more of an epic fail, unfortunately. Yeah, in Dead by Daylight, I have like a lot of flashlights. Well, not a lot of them, but like an abundant amount, and I'm not really good with flashlights, to be honest. So sometimes what I do is like I get flashlights right before I go into a game, and I put like good add-ons and stuff in them or whatever, and I just give them to random survivors, or let's like place them down somewhere and hope that somebody finds it and gets it for themselves. And yeah, I've gotten a little better with flashlights. I mean, when I first started using them, I wasn't that bad. Like, I at least tried, but then later I was like, nope, it's not even worth trying. I'm just going to give them to people. And as you can see there, I just did an epic hiding skill from Legion. And through here, I wasted a lot of time trying to find a hatch, and it was actually closer than I thought. It was actually well, you'll see where it is, but it's close to the killer shack. It was close to there. I like walk or I run across the entire map, wasting time. And yeah, I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons recently, online, the online game, not like the tabletop version. And yeah, I'm getting back into the game. It's really complex. Like, it's definitely in my top 10 games. Let's see. I have like a different bunch of characters who are different classes. I did some class mixing too, and some are better than others. And as you'll see here in a minute, I made like a stupid mistake, and I nearly get killed here. And by the way, in these videos, in the footage, I won't show footage of me like losing a game, and I do lose quite a bit sometimes. But in my opinion, like, for the video to be entertaining, or it's like more satisfying if you show footage of you escaping. And dude, look at Claudette's anus. Dude, did you see that? Anyways, yeah, Claudette has a lot of cosmetics that I like. And as you can see here, I use my Lithe, and that might have been how I escaped. If I didn't use Lithe there, I might have just failed, but I would have been like really close. And yeah, holy crappy crap, that was a close one. If those other survivors didn't die on those hooks, I wouldn't have made it, because those hooks would have been still enabled or existent or whatever. Now here's footage of me playing as Jake Park. I have a neat filter here, oversaturated. And yeah, what is that? What do I think of Jake Park? He is, I like playing as him. I mained Ace for a while, and then, like, I stopped maining survivors. I just, like, tried to play different ones each time I got on Dead by Daylight and play as survivors. But Jake kind of became a main for me, because, like, okay, so this might be cringy. I have a OC, like an original character, called Camilo, and he's like this, Hispanic guy who's like a rogue and kind of an alchemist, I guess. And he has brown skin. He has like black, kind of long hair. It's like the hair that goes down to your shoulders almost. I don't really know what to call it, but Jake Park is kind of the character that looks almost like him. Like he's the closest match I could find. So, yeah. So I think that's a reason why I like Jake Park. I've also grown to admire Iron Will because it's a good stealth perk, and it's one of his perks. As you can see, I'm using like basically all of the meta perks, and it's yeah, it's certainly something. I think Claudette and Jake have gotten more escapes than other survivors have. That might have been a lie. I don't keep track of which survivors get more escapes than others. Oh gosh, that was a terrible voice crack. Oh gosh. Yeah, the Claudette footage I got off, like, that was a close one. I just barely escaped. And with this Jake footage, I kind of, you know, it was kind of a close one too. As you'll see in the end. And, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Deltarune. Oh gosh, dang, another voice crack. Okay, here's a prediction for Chapter 3, even though I said I was going to talk about the later chapters. So, the whole map, right, of Chapter 3, it's basically going to be the inside of the Dreamer's house, right? That's what it's going to be based on. Because, you know, the library, or the computer room, whatever, in Chapter 2 was Cyber World. And Chapter 1 was a classroom full of, you know, cards, a chessboard, etc. So, Chapter 3 is going to be based off of the inside of, you know, Toriel's house. And I think the secret boss is going to be located within, either, like, a basement. Even if they don't have a basement, there's probably like going to be some kind of basement, I guess, because all the castles have like a basement so far. And I think, or the secret boss is going to be based off of Chris's side of their room, because him and Azrael share a room. I think it's going to be like the right side of the room where Chris's stuff is, because people have noted that Chris's room is suspicious, or his side of the room, or their side of the room, I guess, because they have like nothing. Like Azrael's side of the room has like trophies and it just has like stuff there, right? But Chris's side of the room has nothing on the shelves, nothing on the table. Almost, just like he has nothing except for that cage. And I'm thinking the secret boss would be like aligned to that cage that Chris has, or just like his side of the room in general, because Chris is like suspicious. So yeah. I think that's I don't know. I might be going too far. I might not know what I'm talking about. Well, duck it. No, I do know what I'm talking about. Duck that ship. Yeah, I've been thinking about it recently, and I've realized that despite the lack of views I get, I still upload anyways. And I don't know what's my deal, to be honest. Why do I make videos? Why do I upload even though even though I don't get a lot of views or comments? And um to be honest, the one of the main reasons why I make YouTube videos is because I like to see the comments. And I think that's just in general with like any YouTube video, cuz I like to read comments on any video, not just my own. I like to see people's reactions on things and their like opinions. And I feel like I'm reflecting right now. I feel like I've learned a lot from what I can remember. I'll be honest with you, a lot that I learn, like a lot of like information that's given to me, I just forget. Like I forget most of everything I've learned in high school. Like that's sad. That's not good, Larva. That's not good, Moss Hive Network. Anyways, yeah, I feel like sometimes you learn something from people arguing in comment sections. And yeah, I'm saying this because of a recent riot video I watched on YouTube, and as you can imagine, I saw political comments, like political arguments, and not only that, I like to watch. This is gonna be kind of controversial, I guess. Oh, that was an epic dodge right there. I like to watch street fight videos sometimes. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. People like violence, you know? And dude, watch this. Watch this. I do an epic trick. I do an epic trick. I just tricked that Legion. I tricked that Legion so epically. By the way, I edit the video first. I add captions second, and after that, the third act is to add my voice and like to commentate. So, yeah. So, I kind of have some bad news, and I don't want to be descriptive about it. I don't want to even list any names, or I'm going to be very vague about it. A certain person that I don't look up to, but who I'm inspired from, turned out to be a pretty you know, bad person, I guess. And yeah, yeah, it's one of those things that, like, when someone is revealed to be a bad person, like, and I see people that, like, you know, are really disappointed and stuff, and shock, and yeah, like shocked. And I never felt that before until recently about this specific person. Yeah, I'm still like sorting my feelings out, I guess. And yeah, I guess I won't like talk about things related to him ever again. Yeah, dude, this video was made possible because of that Cheryl that just rescued me just now. Because I can only upload the footage if I escape. And I thought like I did pretty, like there's some epic stuff in this video, so I'm glad I was able to share it and make it. And yeah, my house is cold. I have weak heaters, weak electric heaters, so that's another bad news. truck broke down. That's a horrible, more bad news. I'm sorry for ending off in a negative note. I'll be okay. So, yeah, have a good day or night. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, Deltarune in comments.